After the plane landed, a man kept spitting like a high-pressure gun. Even stranger, the plane he was on had been flying for 5 years, but none of the passengers noticed. They thought it was just a regular 3-hour flight. Their families assumed something had happened to them. The captain contacted the ground, requesting to land, but they didn't realize how shocked the ground crew would be when they heard it was Flight 828. After repeatedly verifying and asking for the captain's name and passenger count, the ground crew approved the landing, but the plane touched down at a remote alternate airport. After disembarking, passengers were surrounded by police and reporters. They panicked, discussing what had happened. A detective stepped forward and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the issue is that your plane took off from Montego Bay, Jamaica, on April 7, 2013. Today is November 2018. Everyone was confused. How could it be 5 years ago when it felt like only 3 hours had passed?" To find out why, the detectives detained the plane and all passengers, questioning them one by one. But the answers were the same, they just encountered severe turbulence, and then the plane returned to normal. The detectives even inspected everything on the plane but found nothing. They had no choice but to release the passengers and reunite them with their families. Seeing their missing loved ones reappear, they cried tears of joy and hugged each other tightly. Except for the passengers, everything had changed dramatically in 5 years. Soon after, everyone on the flight seemed to be guided by some force, converging at the airport simultaneously. However, just as they gathered together, Flight 828 mysteriously exploded. Everyone present was investigated again, but their statements were consistent, claiming they were guided to the airport, and the plane exploded right after they arrived. The surveillance footage showed they indeed hadn't approached the plane. With no leads, they had to release the individuals but warned them not to disclose anything to anyone, as it was a matter of national security. However, for these 20 people, this was just the beginning.